Good evening YouTube, it's Dave here, back out on Dartmoor again for another adventure. Tonight's going to be my first ever wild camp. I'm doing it solo, all by my lonesome. So hopefully it goes well. Might be interesting, that's for sure. Could be scary, might be boring. But we'll find out together, won't we? As I say, I'm doing it on my own, but I'm bringing you lot along with me as always. And you'll notice that I've busted out the old vintage backpack again for this video. It's not a style choice. All my day packs are simply too small for me to use for camping. They won't fit all the camping gear in that I've got. So it's this or nothing really today. And I thought it's such a glorious evening. I mean, look at it. Sun's just about to set over there. It's just gone 9 o'clock. Got all the tours around us. A little bit breezy, but it shouldn't be raining tonight. Although I think the wind is supposed to get a little bit higher later on. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm heading up to Oke Tor. There it is over there. And the reason I'm going there for my first ever wild camp is because that's where I went for my first ever tour on this channel. Way back in my first video, I say way back, 3 months ago when I started this channel. And that was the first tour that I ever summited on the channel for you guys. So I thought it's only fitting for that to be my first wild camp as well. Hopefully no one else is over there. I can't see anyone from down here, but yeah, fingers crossed they're not anyway, because otherwise that will kind of scupper my plans. I want to be out in the wilderness all by myself, a bit of privacy, and I am arriving late as well. So if anyone else is wild camping, they've probably got there before me, because sunset's in less than an hour. There's a herd of Dartmoor ponies up at Oke Tor at the moment, so I might have company yet tonight. I'm just kind of ploughing on with the hike to get out there this evening, just because A, I'm a bit short on time, and B, this video is not really about the hike, it's more about the camping. So I don't want to take up half the video with the walk out there. And plus, I think it's going to get dark in probably about the next 45 minutes or so. So I do need to get a bit of a shift on to get up there and put this tent up. I've committed a cardinal sin, I'm afraid, when it comes to camping. I bought my tent, but I haven't practiced setting it up, like in my garden or anything like that. I've just kind of brought it out and gone, yeah, that'll be fine. I did check to make sure everything was in there. I've got all the pegs and the poles and everything. So it is all there, but I'm gonna have to work out how to put it up on the fly, if you like. So I'll be sure to video that. You can all have a good laugh, I'm sure. Not too far to go now. We're walking underneath Oke Tor now, and you'll know if you watch my first video on the channel that we get just down here, then hook a left and follow that trail all the way up the side of it. Something tells me that climb's going to be a bit of a struggle with this backpack on, because I know I said on the kind of video when I went up to High Willows where I first bought this backpack that it was actually a lot lighter than I thought it would be, and it is. When you see all the metal poles and stuff around it and the frame of it, I guess, you do look at it and think, oh, that's gonna be so heavy, but it's really not that heavy. But it is now. It's got everything in it, all my camping gear, and it's also, the straps aren't very are not very padded. I don't know if it comes across well on the video, but they're very thin, so they're cutting into my shoulders a bit. And as Eden pointed out, camped out on Dartmoor, there's no waist strap for this, so all the weight is sitting on my shoulders, which when it was empty, or not empty but practically empty when I took it up to the top of High Willows, perfectly fine, not an issue at all. With a day pack, perfectly fine, not an issue at all. With this full of camping gear, it's a little bit of an issue. It's yeah, it's digging into my shoulders. I'll be happy to get it off when we get up to the top of Oke Tor. And it's not a long walk out to Oke Tor, a couple of miles I think. It's probably a 40-45 minute walk to get out there. So it's not long at all, but I wouldn't want to have this backpack on for much longer than that, to be honest, not when it's fully laden with camping gear anyway. Well, we're getting there, but it's a bit of a struggle with all this weight on my back. But Made pretty good time actually. I think it must actually be less than 2 miles from the car. Maybe it is about 2 miles actually. I'm not sure. I have been walking pretty quickly and I've certainly not stopped to film as much as I usually would. So maybe all the filming videos on my hikes has skewed my perception of how fast I walk. Because I do think I walk faster than most people when I'm out here. We're nearly there now. There it is. That's going to be my casa for tonight. If I can find a good spot up there to pitch my tent. And if no one else has beaten me to it. Hopefully no one will. I've not seen a soul since I got out here. Look at this. How about that for a view? Hoping to wake up to nice blue skies in the morning, get a nice sunrise in. But you never know, wind's supposed to pick up quite a bit tonight. It's not too bad at the moment. It'll be a bit breezy when we get up to the top, I'm sure, but down here there's practically no breeze. But yeah, it's supposed to pick up a bit in the night, and it's not supposed to rain, but it's Dartmoor, you never know. It's rained every day for I think about the last 2 weeks. It's rained most days this year so far, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get a bit of rain tonight. There's a welcoming party. There's sheep everywhere. It reminds me of that scene from Game of Thrones when the Hound and Arya turn up at the Eyrie, and all the Eyrie soldiers are stationed up on the cliffs looking down at them. Who would pass the bloody gate? The bloody Hound and his travelling companion. No travelling companion for me today. But then when do I ever have a travelling companion? Ah, there's cows up here as well. Sheep, cows, and I saw some ponies earlier. So all the animals are out and about. Hopefully they won't be disturbing my sleep tonight. Hello. We're neighbours for the night. Don't eat me. Funny animals, aren't they? Right. Oh, it stinks up here. That was you, wasn't it? Yeah, you know what you've done. Set up here, and we're just underneath Oke Tor now. There it is. I'm gonna look for a nice little spot to camp, hopefully amongst the rocks, so that if the wind does pick up like it's supposed to tonight, I can get out of it. I'll be a little bit sheltered. But don't know where the best place is really. It's been a while since I've been to Oke Tor. We'll get up and have an explore, shall we? Here we go, the top of Oke Tor. Been a while since we've been here, not since the first video on the channel. This would be a good place, but A, it's covered in shit, and B, it's pretty heavily sloped. Those sheep. King of the castle, don't mind me. Yeah, look at this. This would be a heck of a view to wake up to. I'm thinking that sheep might have the right idea, you know. I'll pop over there and see what the camping situation's looking like. Oh, it's beautiful up here. It really is amazing. How about down there? There's a lot of shit in the way, but if I was to move that out of the way, that might be a spot. There's a bit too much animal crap over there, and the whole place stank. So it was all pretty fresh as well, so I didn't want to move too much of it out of the way. But I think I've decided here would be a good space. We're fairly sheltered. The wind's coming in from that direction, so we're fairly sheltered from the wind by these rocks. We're going to have this gorgeous view in the morning out to the east, and there's not too much animal crap around here. We can get rid of the bits that there are, clear it out. it seems, unfortunately for me, it seems that every animal on Dartmoor has decided to join me up here. You've got the cows that we walked past over there, the ponies that we saw earlier that have been up here leaving their droppings, and then you've got some sheep down here. And if you look up here, if I just walk up to the top of these rocks, you can see every sheep in the world has decided to stay on Oke Tor tonight with me. So yeah, I'm wishing I'd gone somewhere else now. Look, there's a couple up there as well. Hope they don't fall on me in the night. Right, let's get the tent set up, give you all a good laugh, I'm sure, and yeah, I'll crack on with the night, I guess. That's the tent all set up. It's not looking too bad, even if I do say so myself. A couple of issues with the pegs in that there's a lot of rock directly underneath the ground here, so they can't all push in as far as I'd like. But I think that's something that I'm just gonna have to deal with. It's not too windy, hopefully it won't get any windier later on. We've got a couple of the same problems down here. I don't know if you can see that one's not quite all the way in either, but yeah, there's just lots of granite directly underneath the grass here, so I can't dig them all the way down as far as I'd like, but it all looks pretty stable. Give it a shake, that's the test, isn't it? Stand up to a hurricane that will. Oh, and we're gonna have a lovely view in the morning out this way. I'm hoping it's still light enough to see on the camera. I've got the moon just rising up over there as well, just above the Tor. I'll get everything inside now. Oh, I'm knackered. It's lovely and warm tonight as well. Look, sun's setting and I'm still in a t-shirt. It's beautiful. There we are, all set up, home for the night. Gorgeous views, absolutely stunning here. All ready for my first ever wild camp. I'll show you inside, give you a tour of the house, or a tour of the tent, I guess. Let's show you the inside, because I know you're all dying to see it. Not that you can see it because it's too dark in here. Hang on. Got a remedy for that. Hey MTV, I'm Dave Does Hiking and welcome to my crib. I've got the little lamp on so you can see. I'm going to hang it up, I think, because there's a little hook up here which is very handy. I don't know if you can see that on the camera there, but at the moment it's plugged in and charging because I forgot to charge it like before I left, like a numpty. But here you can see I've got snacks. I haven't actually, so this is one thing I don't have. I haven't actually got a stove, because I did order one but it turned up broken. I don't think it was the company's fault. I'm pretty sure it got broken in the post. So I've sent it back. They gave me a refund. I'm going to order another one, but in the meantime I haven't got anything to cook with up here, so I've already cooked dinner before I left. I made a really nice pasta dish actually, which I've filmed a few clips of, so I'll put it in here for you. So that's what I've fueled myself with for this hike, but these will do me nicely if I do get a bit peckish in the night, and I can have a couple of the breakfast bars just to keep me going in the morning for the walk back to the car, all 2 miles of it. Got plenty of water, 3 bottles of water there. Got a book to read if I get bored. Extra clothes in case it gets cold. It won't get cold. First aid kit, hand sanitizer, pillow, a little travel pillow. I got it from, where did I get that from? Mountain Warehouse, I think it was, which is the same place that I got this sleeping bag. I think it's a 3 to 4 season sleeping bag, so it'd be easily warm enough for tonight. I've got a Euro hike self-inflating mat, which only self-inflated halfway. I had to blow it up the rest of the way. And I've got this little, don't know what you call it, like a roll mat, isn't it? Yeah, I got a roll mat. I think I got that from Go Outdoors. Same place I got the Euro hike self-inflating mat. I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn this off for a bit, so you're going to lose me for a second. I'll turn that off and let it charge for a bit, and I'll also zip the door up so all the insects don't come flying in. I'll take you for a quick walk around the Tor before it gets too dark to see anything. Well, the Handycam's great. It's looks so much lighter than it actually is out here. To the naked eye it's probably about a fifth of this light, maybe less, but you can see all these gorgeous views. Row Tor over there, cars just parked just underneath that, and you've got Westmill Tor up above it. Camera's not liking the zoom so much in this light. That's Yes Tor up there, High Willows right up the top there, and Eastmill Tor you can barely see it, but it's kind of in the foreground here. You can barely see it in the low light. That's Oakment Hill up there, Hanging Stone Hill off in the distance behind the rest of Oke Tor. Oh, we've gone all blurry. What have I done? That's Hanging Stone Hill right there. Yeah, it's not liking the zoom in this light, is it? Oh no, it just takes a while to catch up, but the zoom is still there. We've got Steeperton Tor over here. Beauty of a Tor, and that overlooks this incredible valley down here where my campsite also overlooks tonight. And then you've got the Bellstone Ridge up here, so that's Lower Tor, Higher Tor, Bellstone Tor, heading over to Bellstone Common Tor and Tor's End Tor. And then over here you got the biggie, which is Cosden Beacon. That's the testing climb video that I put out, and that was a testing climb, let me tell you. Heading up there from South Zeal, little village on the other side of it. And then you've got Little Hound Tor, which is that kind of bump in the ridge line there, and then Hound Tor over this way. Done all of them. Just saw a fox sprinting through here, but I didn't get my camera out in time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it again now, because he was moving. It's like Usain Bolt. That's me in for the night. I've put my comfy trousers on, taken my hiking trousers off, put some comfy socks on as well. I'm going to I think watch a movie. I came out here with the lantern with every intention of reading some of my book, but I'm just not really in the mood now I'm out here. And also I don't know how long that's going to last before I have to plug it and charge it again, and I can't charge it while it's on, or not while it's hanging anyway, because the power pack just dangles, and that's Seems like a recipe for disaster. I'm going to watch a movie and try and get some sleep. There's a little breeze coming through there, which might be nice in the night, or it might be cold. I can't tell yet. It was getting a little bit chilly outside just before I got in. That's why I decided to get in the tent. But now I'm in, it's lovely. I can hear, there's loads of sheep around, isn't there? I saw a fox just now. I think I told the camera, I can't even remember now. I know I didn't catch it on camera. I whipped up the Sony Handycam. It's too dark for the GoPro to pick it up. I whipped up the Sony Handycam and tried to zoom and completely missed it. So it was going like grease lightning across the Tor. But yeah, there's cows around. I saw those ponies, they seem to have moved off, but there's still a few cows on the Tor, on the other end of the Tor. There's loads of sheep everywhere, so I hope everything just leaves me alone tonight, to be honest, and lets me get a peaceful night's sleep. Yeah, I'll check in with you in the morning, unless there's something to report between now and then. I'm all settled in now, watching a Summit or Nothing video. It's like Inception, isn't it? I'm camping on Dartmoor and I'm watching Trev camp on Dartmoor as well. Sounds like he's in for worse weather than me though. Cold and windy solo wild camp in the Vic 1 is the video I'm watching. It's not cold here, it's not windy yet either. It's supposed to be though, later on. So see what the night brings, I guess. So I'm going to say good night, YouTube. Good night, YouTube. See you in the morning. I can hear gunfire. Don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. There's no firing on the Okehampton range this week, where I'm camping tonight, where Oke Tor is. But they are firing all week on Willsworthy and the Merivale ranges. So I'm guessing it's that I can hear. Wind's coming from the south as well, so that would make sense if they're firing at Merivale. That's to the south of us. It's not very loud. I think it's stopped now as well. Yeah, I can't hear it anymore. Just like little pops. It's crazy that I can hear it from this far away. Yeah, thought I'd let you know. Thought it was interesting. Back to bed, I guess. See you in the morning. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's just started raining. There's been a few drops of rain hitting the tent. Although I think it stopped as soon as I've started recording, which is typical. I've just woken up. What is the time? 3:25. And I've been asleep for about an hour. And before that I was asleep for a little bit. I was dozed in and out. Yeah, I think it's stopped now. There was only a few spots. Well, I don't know how long it was going on for before I woke up, but when I woke up there was only a few spots hitting the tent. I told you there'd be rain, didn't I? I'm going back to sleep. Oh yeah. Good morning, YouTube. Didn't sleep too badly in the end. Kept waking up in the night, which I think is probably understandable on my first night out here. But it was good. Sun's not quite up yet. Going to be rising from that direction, the east, over behind Littlehound Tor and Cosden Beacon. You can see all the sheep aren't up yet either. Loads of them around. was nice and sheltered. Wind didn't get up too much. There was a few drops of rain in the night. I woke up, I can't remember what it was now, about 3:30, something like that. I think I did a bit to camera. I was kind of half asleep, so I can't actually remember if I did or not, but I'm pretty sure I did. But yeah, I woke up and I could hear some raindrops hitting the roof of the tent, but it's all dry now. I'm guessing it was the only time it rained in the night, and I think basically as soon as I was awake, it was pretty much stopping. But it was definitely raining when I first woke up. Oh, I've just seen a rabbit. Oh, I've got the wrong camera. You can see the ponies and the cows down there. They stayed away, luckily. The sheep were all over here in the night. Got up to go for a pee, and they were all up on top of the rocks here. Shine my light on them. Fright my life. Eye shine gleaming back at me. Oh. Yeah, I got out of the tent, turned around, and it was a sheep right on top of that rock. There was a few back there scattered on those rocks, but there's one right on top of there staring straight down at me with eyes glowing. It's a little bit chilly this morning without the sun being up yet, so I think what I'm going to do is put on a fleece and get the other camera out, see what I can see. Hopefully I'll catch a nice sunrise, but it is a bit cloudy. Yeah. See what I can get for you guys, eh? I'm going to put a jumper on because it's cold. That's much better. Yeah, there is a bit of a breeze this morning, but the tent was lovely and warm all night. Lovely and cosy, especially in the sleeping bag as well. But I think the sleeping bag was a little bit of overkill, to be honest. Like I say, it was a 3 to 4 season sleeping bag, it says, but I think the coldest it got down to was about 12 degrees during the night, so didn't need that at all. But the tent's held up nicely. Like I said, it wasn't particularly windy and been sheltered by these rocks, so I think it was always going to be okay, wasn't it? But good to know that I can put up a tent. So right, whack the other camera out and yeah, see what I can capture for you guys this morning. It's amazing, look, out in the distance, that low ground mist on North Devon. Not got any of that up here. Beautiful and clear. Shame it doesn't look like we're going to get a sunrise though. Just too many clouds over to the east. Bright blue skies above me. But yeah, just a few too many clouds over there. Hello. Where I saw the fox last night, just running across there, up between those rocks. Way too slow getting the camera out to catch it for you guys, unfortunately. It was shifting. It's a shame about the sunrise. Oh, I think it would have looked beautiful today if those clouds hadn't been there. So the time lapse, I'm not sure how well that's going to have come out on the GoPro, but I'll have a look and see. If it's good, I'll put it in the video. If it's not, I won't. But I'm about ready to pack up and leave, I think. It's 6:30 now. And get an early start. Head back to the car. Head home and have a shower, I think. Get all this packed away. It's going to be a task in itself. There we are. Leave no trace. It's the golden rule of wild camping. Make sure nobody knows you were there. And I don't think there's any way anyone could tell that I was there. Left nothing behind. Oh, it's a beautiful morning. It really is. Which way am I going? This way. And it's just gone 7:05 I think it is. And yeah, I'm off. Heading back towards the car already. It's yeah, perfect evening for it, I think, or perfect night for it, I should say. A little bit of wind, but nothing too bad. Certainly nothing that the tent couldn't handle, or that I couldn't handle. And now I just need to make the 2-mile trek back to the car, parked under Routor. Looking for the best way down off the tour now. Can't remember the way I came up. May well have been this way. Head down this way anyway. It looks like a decent enough trail out. The pack feels heavier this morning, and I don't know why, because I drank a lot of water and I ate all the food, or most of the food anyway. So it should feel lighter, but I'm wondering if it's just because I'm tired. But we've got a dip at the start of the day, quite a steep dip actually, off the side of Oke Tor, and then we've got the climb back up towards Tor, and then another dip down off of that, and then another little climb up to Routor. Can't see the car from the tour, so I hope it's all right. Hope it's still there and no one's broken into it. It is a very impressive tour, Oke Tor. And yeah, I'm glad I did my first wild camp here, because it's the first tour I visited on the channel, and now it's the first tour I've wild camped at, both on the channel and off the channel. It's a shame about the sunrise. That's the only thing that I would change about last night. Maybe that and getting a little bit more sleep, but I think we did all right. Sun's up now, it's just behind the clouds, but look at all this blue sky. If we'd have had any of that off to the east, then it would have been a lovely sunrise, but it is what it is. You can't have everything, can you? Don't get up. Goodbye Oke Tor, goodbye ponies. Now people will probably laugh at me for this, but I find the ponies more intimidating than the cows up on Dartmoor. I've never been charged by a cow, but I've been charged by ponies twice up here. One of them was just down here actually. I was walking, where was I walking to? I can't remember where I was heading to, but I was heading along the trail that I'm going to be following up to Tor. And I think it was just a little bit further along around this area somewhere that yeah, they just came charging down. They were off to the side of the trail, and I just heard these kind of thundering hooves, and looked over my shoulder and they were coming charging down towards me. I had to jump off the trail to avoid them. They just came running past me, so they weren't actually kind of gunning for me as such, but yeah, they did come charging straight at me, which Put the wind up me a little bit, I'm not going to lie. Well, I stopped for a drink and to take my fleece off, because even though it's only just gone 7 in the morning, now the sun's out and shining down on me, and now I'm down off the Tor and there's less wind. It's absolutely boiling. Oh, it's going to be a hot one today. 30 degrees they reckon in some parts of the country. It's supposed to get up to about 24, 25 here. But I've had to have a rejig of the bag as well, because this morning there just isn't as much room as there was last night, especially because, like I said, I've eaten the food, I've drunk the water, most of the water, and yeah, there's still not as much room, less room in fact than there was yesterday. So I can only think I've not packed things down as well this morning as I was packing up. I was getting attacked by insects, to be fair. There was little gnats swarming around me, biting me and stuff. I didn't film any of it, unfortunately. It's a shame, you would have had a good laugh. But yeah, I was just more in the mood to pack up as quickly as possible and get moving. Oh, but we're down now off of Oke Tor. There it is back there behind me. That's East Mill Tor in front of us. You can see Oakman Hill up there. That's the bunker on top of the hill that we can see there. Steep old climb to get out to that. It's the path's flooded here. You have to go around. Oh, I'm just following the same way back as I came out yesterday, just because it's easier this way, isn't it? I don't trust that ford anymore down by the farm over there, which should lead down off of well, not Oke Tor, Natterborough Tor. That leads down off of, but you should be able to cross and then come up the side underneath Hart Tor, next to Hart Tor farm. But yeah, if you've seen my first video on my channel, which was the Oke Tor circular hike, you'll see why I don't trust that Tor anymore. Or that Tor, that ford. So it's been nice coming back to Oke Tor. It is one of my favourites that I've done so far. It's not too long of a walk, like I say, a couple of miles or so, maybe 2.5. Yeah, it's nicely located. It's got beautiful views, stunning views down over that valley in between Belstone Tor and Cosden Beacon, with Steeperton Tor at the head of it. Oke Tor has great views over that valley. That's what I woke up to this morning, looking out of my tent. I can already tell the climb is going to be a tough one, because I've only climbed up a tiny bit here and I'm already panting and feeling it. Tell you what, it's a bit of a workout packing away your tent and your sleeping bag and your roll mat and everything, isn't it? Yeah, it really got me going this morning, warmed me up nicely. Here we are, back on the road again. It's one of the military roads, and now I just follow it all the way up over Hart Tor and back towards the car. I'll probably leave this video here, guys. Thank you very much for joining me in my first solo wild camp. Bit of an adventure, wasn't it? Nothing too much happened other than the gunfire in the middle of the night, which I'm guessing was from either the Merivale or the Willsworthy range, because they both had firing last night. But luckily there was none in the Oakhampton range, otherwise I'd have been in trouble. But thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. I post once a week and it's all hiking or gear reviews, or maybe a few more wild camps in the future. Now I've got my first one under my belt. But yeah, thanks again for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it, and I'll see you again soon for another adventure. Cheers.